J mathematician, and he said he assumed that it would be irrational. In T.
Right, I think NFs in general are pretty often artistic, specifically painting and drawing.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. What this you should put an asterisk there. I have said 2 pages back that they can be very creative people. This is usually verbally. However, if they do art, then it will be art full of a lot of meaning, rather than
lots of metaphors.
Yeah. And where the art is not in itself, it's more as a vehicle for their deep feelings and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a way to convey what's going on somewhere inside.
Right, and so let's see what audience. We probably still have a few people at the moment. We have 3 viewers at the moment, so we can see from Sanna's art that there's definitely some. So here we go. What were your thoughts about when you painted this?
It was kind of a weird process because it wasn't a lot of specific things. It was very, it was a mind state rather than, it wasn't anything specific. It was this kind of a weird, mystical type of mindset that I just had. And I don't really know if there is anything specific that it represents. It has like minor details of a lot of different things.
So with these bits here on the left, more sort of negative things, and this is more a bit like hope with these green bits here?
No, it's all positive things to me.
Right. Right. And then we've got, what about this one? Did you just want to do something spacey?
Yeah, there's something similar. I just wanted to have like this space theme for it.
Oh, I noticed something. You know this color? What they did in Babylon 5, whenever you have an alien and you've got prosthetics, you've got to have a collar at the back, because if you don't, as soon as the actor or actress turns their neck, you'll get a crease in the prosthesis around the neck.
Okay.
So it's always, so when there was Jakar in Babylon 5, he always had that collar, because when you turn the head, you can't see the crease at the back because the collar's in the way. So, because I noticed that when I saw it in season 4 of Star Trek Enterprise, and I thought, no, you turned the head, you got the crease in the back. That's terrible direction. Don't shoot it from that angle. Because the skin naturally is so stretchy around the back of the head. So any kind of prosthesis, you will get that crease that makes it look fake.
Yeah.
And then, what about this one? What was this about?
Well, this one was interesting because I drew it over a period of probably 2 years. Like it had several different stages. I originally painted the figure, and I think it was kind of a description of how I was feeling at the time. And rainbow colors in general are a recurring theme for me. It's just, I think it represents some kind of, for me personally, the fact that I put them in there, it's some kind of a more hopeful aspect.
One of the things that Robert McKee talks about is he talks about internal symbolism and external symbolism. So for you, the rainbow is internal symbolism because it's what's symbolic within you, rather than somebody where another artist might put something in that are externally symbolic.
I don't think I use it. I don't think I use a lot of external symbols. I
Right.
think most of it is just internal. This is how I feel. I want to convey something.
Right. So what I can give folks, I can finish up with this about the difference between an internal and external image system. So this was in Robert McKee's book Story, and he gave the example of if you have a film with lots of external imagery, then it's pretty obvious to the audience what it all means. But and he gave an example of a film where I think it was something called like Les Diaboliques or something. And it was, what he did was, the way the image system worked is things in the film, the meaning they conveyed and what they were symbol for was completely different from what they conveyed outside of the film. So it completely twisted it into its own internal image system. And so it's like, say, in poetry, where in Hamlet, there is repeating themes of things rotting and decaying. So there's something like, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark. And then there's all of these words throughout the whole thing that sort of continue that theme. And so you get these internal themes. And there's also a theme to do with glass in Chinatown. And it's something that is not, if you do the internal, and he also mocked it when directors would be ever heavy-handed with their symbolism. And he said that he gave an example of one director where he kept showing rope in various things, and he said that the theatre audience cried out, "Symbol!" So it's how well it's used. So I suggest people get that book, Story by Robert McKee. So that is the end of it. So what did you think of this hangout, Sanna?
Well, interesting.
Yeah.
It was nice to compare two approaches to the same thing.
Yeah, and we've got some good information there from Maria. So do you think overall that the Kersey counsellor is pretty similar? Or more similar to IEI than EII?
Well, I think there's less focus on the counseling aspect with the IEI.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, there are similarities, definitely.
Yeah.
But socionics doesn't say that you have to be a counselor to be in your optimum field.
Yeah, but it does have these sort of things. Although Victor does, like, he names the types after a profession. So it's like the analyst, the administrator, the lyric, the marshal.
Yeah.
So at least Kersey goes through, and I think Victor does it as well. It's just that it needs to be talked about more with the shifts. Oh, this type can act like this and on this on its territory and all these other kinds of things. So right then, so I'm going to stop the hangout now. We actually was able to retain an audience, so we've got 2 viewers at the end. So hopefully you see all of it. There was lots of good stuff in this hangout, and lots of looking at the type of INFJ, IEI, and IFX from 2 points of view. You would have heard stuff from Maria that not anywhere else on YouTube in English. And then also some new stuff from Kersey that's not anywhere else on YouTube, unfortunately. So we'll stop the recording now. Bye-bye, folks.
All right.